don't have. But when there's pressure on students, they're paying tuition, they want to get the most efficient repaying way to repay their loans rather than an education. So they feel they're buying an education. And of course, this then comes back to the faculty. We're here to educate, we're not here to can pineapples. And so that's a conflict, getting students to look at a sort of a longer term. Because of the challenges of paying for a university, administrators love the idea of part-time faculty. And this is becoming a massive problem on the mainland. I think it's, it's down to 30% tenured faculty. And the people are basically working well below minimum wage. Say if you're in the Bay Area, you may work at 3 different campuses, and with a course at each, and you're making, say, $5,000 a course. McDonald's looks pretty good, but if you've got a master's or a PhD and you wanted to teach, you're basically living out of your car. It turns out that full-time folks teach better than part-time. If you think about that for a second, you have time for contact, you have time to build your own courses, and you're not, as soon as you finish the course, you're not dashing to your car. And you have an office as opposed to the trunk of your car. So we're seeing more of that. Of course, that doesn't quite work in Hawaii. Because you can't jet over to Maui to make an afternoon class from Oahu. So, but we are seeing an increase in that, a wedge being driven. And in terms of the quality of education, these people can't be on committees. They don't do the service work that we all hate, but is necessary. And so who does the curriculum? Things like that. Well, administrators start to step into the gaps, and they start to design things. And pretty soon you see this trend of trying to measure what the faculty do. Texas was the best, of measuring your hours, contact hours, and trying to reduce what is a very complex thing in a system that's worked for 1,000 years to basically a number of cans per hours or student learning outcomes. And so then the final thing is that in the past, the administrators used to come out of the faculty. And so they had an institutional knowledge of the particular institution, and they knew that after a couple of years they would go back to being faculty. And so they had a continuity and they had a self-restraint, and they would have to live with whatever they messed up. And now, especially on the mainland, but increasingly, I'm not sure about here, but Manoa, we have sort of traveling administrators. They come in for 5 years, and they start looking for their new job as soon as they arrive. And to get a new job, they have to have some sort of great initiative. It's not enough to just keep things going well that are going well. You have to do something new. And so this means that, and they don't have to be around, they won't be around by the time it crashes. So there's no continuity. They also have a tendency to want to pay each other well, because the next job you may encounter some of the same people, and if you stiff them, they'll stiff you. So they're disconnected from the university. So all these things are here, or not here necessarily, all of them, but they're on the mainland, they're transforming education, and some or many of them are coming here or already are here. So what we want to do is, as I said, talk to you about how we as a faculty should respond, both here at Leeward and at the system. Are there things we can do to enable us to continue as educators rather than as a production line of canning something? And so we need your help. And it's not an easy process, but being an island system, we are able to, I hope, keep some of the worst things from getting here or really getting established. But it's got to be done by the faculty. The administrators won't do it.